This presentation tells about the history of silk production in Lyon and shows the process of printing on silk as well as examples of finished scarves.
Everything started in the 16th century when the silk reached France, and Francis I, this very, very important French king, gave the monopoly on the silk in France to Lyon. Exactly in the year 1536, Lyon became officially the only place in France authorized by the king to produce the silk thread, to weave the fabrics, and also to sell them. It's done close to the weaver, here downstairs. So here we have almost 5 meters high weaving machine. Downstairs is the weaving of the fabric, and here on the top is only the reading of the paper, the reading of that binary code described to the paper, because we have combinations of two elements, whole, non-whole, or punch, non-punch, a binary code. We call this binary code. And this binary code makes that the Jacquard is considered, of course, the ancestor of the computer, because the computer uses also binary code, billions of combinations of 0 and 1. Right?
This is the punch code for the Jacquard loom.
At the beginning of the 20th century, the 1920, we invented in Lyon the silk screen printing, but not with silk screens. That is, screens made of silk. Japanese used that before a long, long time ago, and we inspired ourselves to invent our technique, which is printing with polyester screens. That is, plastic screens. It means only our tool is made of plastic, polyester, but we print only on silk, okay? Sometimes I have resistant. And this polyester layer has two types of areas. Porous areas. I hope you can see those white transparent lines which show the pattern, which will let the dye go through, and opaque areas, the rest of the screen, which will block the dye. In fact, we have a stencil. Do you know what's a stencil?
Mm-hmm.
A stencil, but a very, very precise stencil produced by a photographic process. It's on the table, and here we have the first screen for the first color. We have to put it on that white fabric on the table, and after we take this creamy dye, thick dye, put it on one end of the screen, and push it into the screen with a sort of squeegee. And as we have, remember, those porous areas into the screen, well, these porous areas will let the dye go through to print the silk underneath. Each darkest colors. In fact, we rather finish with the background color. Here we started with the yellow. The yellow is printed with a screen special for the yellow, which has porous areas exactly where the yellow has to print on the fabric. Second color, second screen. Very different screen, right? Because here, the screen is special for printing the blue, very light blue. It has porous areas exactly where the blue has to print on the fabric. Third color, third screen. The purple. Again, a different screen. So each time we use a very different screen. What is very important is to let dry the colors. Between each color, there is a time of drying of 15 to 30 minutes. And this time of drying depends on the printed area. If we have small spots, or if we have very large area, printed large area. So here we have the gray, the blue-gray. And I think everybody has recognized the picture, right? It's here. It's Lyon. And after that we have the red, so small spots of red. So these small spots of red dry relatively quickly, 15 minutes of drying, okay? Before printing the next color, we have the dark blue. And the last color. After these 15 to 30 minutes of drying, between each color, the last color, we call it midnight blue. It's a darker blue. And we printed the scarf we call Lyon by night. So the scarf is printed, but it's not finished, of course.
This is freehand
we have
painted.
changed the sort of watercolor on some unique pieces as is printed by hand. We never have exactly the same colors in exactly the same place as we cut long scarves or square scarves. Well, she has a secret of making these scarves. We cannot tell you their secret, of course, okay?
They're the only company in Europe that's licensed to print the paintings of famous artists on the scarves. They sell them in all the museums. There's Monet.
Oh, yeah.
So we printed the scarf for the Giverny, right? The famous bridge in Giverny. The title is Lake with Water Lilies by Claude Monet. Printed on silk tulle.
Perfect.
That dense way of weaving. Here we have another way of weaving, the next one. But it's also Monet. Water Lilies by Claude Monet again. And this is printed on the lightest way of weaving, silk chiffon. What about this one? Of course, Van Gogh. So we took some details of the very, very famous painting along the silk road, horses, boats, camels, elephants, and the rich Lyon. We have a line on the bottom. That line, that design of the line, is exactly the shape of the symbol of the city of Lyon. You might have seen that during your car.
Oh, it's rough one.
Yes. Smooth on this way, rough on the other way. It means that we brush. So it's a very, very long process. After setting the color, we have to wash it, and afterwards to brush again. And second napping. This gives the name of the fabric, the napped velvet. It's a very long process from the beginning to the end, from the weaving to the final piece. We have to wait about 3 months to have one finished piece like that. So close.
Roll it to your body. So once you roll on the 2 fingers, second time between the 2 fingers, and you block with these 2 fingers. This one goes on the first finger, put it in the front, above your arm, makes the tour to the second finger.
Square.
Takes you back to America.